Hello everyone. Today we are going to explore a very important chapter of biology, control and coordination. This topic explains how our body works smoothly by sending messages and signals, just like a well-managed company. Let's begin. What is control and coordination? Control means the power to start, slow down, or stop any body function. And coordination means the smooth working of different parts of the body together, like organs playing in harmony, just like a team. Control and coordination in plants versus animals. In plants, control and coordination happens only through chemicals because they don't have a nervous system. But animals, including humans, have both nervous control and chemical control. Let's understand the animal nervous system in detail. Our nervous system works like a fast messaging service. It carries signals throughout the body using electrical impulse. The major part of this system are number first, central nervous system CNS, that have brain, the control center, and spinal cord, the relay station. Second, peripheral nervous system PNS, that have cranial nerves and spinal nerves. Cranial nerves from brains and spinal nerves from spinal cord. Autonomous nervous system. It has sympathetic, that have fight or flight response. Parasympathetic, that have rest and digest response. Now the reflex action. Ever touch something hot and pull your hand back immediately? That's a reflex action. It's quick and automatic. There are two types: simple reflex, inborn like blinking, and conditioned reflex, that learn after birth like driving or writing. Our body receives information from environment through sense organs, also called as receptors. The stimulus light. Eye act as sense organs, and the type of receptors are photoreceptors. Phonoreceptors for sound, hearing sound. Gustoreceptors for taste, present in tongue. Tangoreceptors for touch, present in skin. Olfactoreceptors for smell, present in nose. Now the structure of human brain. The human brain is most complex and powerful part of our nervous system. It acts like the control center of the body, helping us think, feel, move, remember, and coordinate everything. The brain is protected by cranium, skull, the strong bone covering, and meninges. Meninges have three protective layers. Cerebrospinal fluid. It acts as a cushion and protect from shocks or mechanical injuries. The brain is divided into three major parts. First, for brain, the thinking part. This is the largest part of the brain and is responsible for thinking, memory, and intelligence, making decisions, controlling voluntary actions like walking and writing. The main part of the forebrain, cerebrum, the largest region, have two halves, left and right hemispheres. It controls logic, language, creativity, and movement. Olfactory lobes help detect the smell. Dienstphlon. It includes thalamus and hypothalamus that control hunger, sleep, emotions, body temperature, and hormone release. Examples: when you solve a math problem or remember your friend's name, your forebrain is working. Second is midbrain, the relay station. The midbrain is located in the middle of the brain and acts like a messenger. It passes signals from the spinal cord to the forebrain. It controls eye movements and pupil reflex, help in hearing and sight coordination. For example, when you suddenly move your eyes towards a sound, that's your midbrain in action. Hindbrain, the balancer and automatic controller. This part controls involuntary activities like breathing, heartbeat, and balance. Main part of the hindbrain, cerebellum, which maintains posture and balance and coordinates muscular movements. Pons connects part of the brain and helps regulate breathing. Medulla oblongata, that control vital functions like heartbeat, breathing, blood pressure, swallowing, and coughing. For example, when you are riding a bicycle and balancing without thinking, thank your cerebellum. Let's quick review. Forebrain, thinking, memory, voluntary actions. Midbrain, reflex for eyes and ears, relay center. Hindbrain, involuntary actions, balancing. Now the chemical control. The endocrine system. Besides nerves, our body also use hormones, chemical messengers secreted by endocrine glands. They travel in blood and control long-term processes like growth, reproduction, and metabolism. There are different types of hormones that secreted by glands and having different functions. Pituitary gland release growth hormone, thyroid stimulating hormone, follicle stimulating hormone. Thyroid gland that release thyroxine hormone, adrenal gland that release adrenaline, and noradrenaline that act as emergency hormone. Pancreas that release insulin that control blood sugar. Testes release testosterone that help in sexual development of males. Ovary that release estrogen that help in sexual development of females. Pineal gland that release melatonin that control sleep. Thymus release thymosin that boost immunity. Unlike animals, plants do not have a brain or nerves, but they still respond to stimuli like sunlight, gravity, or chemicals. This is possible through plant hormones, also called as phytohormones. The plant hormones, nature's messenger. There are 5 main types of plant hormones. Let's look at each one and their role in plant coordination. First, auxin, the growth messenger. Auxin are a type of plant hormone that help plant grow, especially in length. They are mostly found at the tip of shoots and root. The key functions are apical dominance. Auxin promotes the growth of the main shoot tip and suppresses the growth of side branches. That's why the main stem grow taller. Second, root formation. Auxin encourages the growth of roots, especially when used in stem cutting. Leaf and fruit falls. Auxin help prevent premature dropping of leaves and fruits. Cell elongation. Auxin makes cell grow longer, helping the plant to grow. They also affect enzyme activity, respiration, and osmotic pressure, which are important for plant metabolism. When you see a plant bending towards sunlight. That's auxin at work. It moves to the darker side of the plant, making those cells grow faster and causing the plant to bend towards the light. Second, gibberellin, the height booster. Gibberellin are another important plant hormone that mainly helps in elongating the stem and increasing height. The key functions are: gibberellin discovered during a rice plant disease called foliage seedling disease, Bacony disease, where the plant grow too tall. Gibberellin promotes cell elongation and increase plant height. Gibberellin help in breaking seed dormancy, making seed germinate. Gibberellin stimulate flowering and fruit development. Farmers use gibberellin to increase the size of fruits like grapes. Third, cytokinins, the cell dividers. Cytokinin are plant hormones that promote cell division and help in growth of new tissue. Cytokinin encourage the cell division, especially in root and shoot. Cytokinin delay aging senescence in leaves, keeping them green longer. Cytokinin help in tissue culture when scientists grow plants from small parts in labs. Cytokinin work with auxin to balance root versus shoot growth. For example, in tissue culture labs, cytokinin are used to grow plants shoot from just a few cells. Fourth, abscisic acid, the stress manager. Abscisic acid is a growth inhibiting hormone, often active when the plant is under stress. For example, in dirt and cold conditions. The key functions: it promotes dormancy in bud during winter, causing leaf fall and fruit drop. The closure of stomata during water shortage to prevent water loss. Slow or inhibit seed germination. It helps the plant survive cold and dry weathers and encourages tuber formation in potatoes, promote rooting in stem cuttings. Fifth, ethylene, the ripening agent. Ethylene is a gaseous plant hormone that mainly controls fruit ripening and aging process. The key functions: stimulate fruit ripening, as in banana, mangoes, etc. Promote transverse growth, making stem thick. Speeds up leaf, flower and fruit fall or abscission. Encourage root initiation in cutting, help in breaking dormancy of bud. Promote senescence, aging of leaves and flowers. Used commercially to ripen fruits artificially. Ethylene gas is used in fruit markets to ripen fruits like banana faster.